All right, let's jump straight into Job chapter 37.
Okay.
This chapter, it's just packed with this sense of awe, isn't it? Looking at God's power through nature.
Absolutely. It's intense. The goal here, I think, is to really unpack these descriptions, the storms, the weather, and see what they tell us about power and maybe, our own perspective.
Right, and it starts immediately with such a physical reaction. It talks about the heart pounding.
Yeah, leaping out of its place, it says, just from hearing this roar,
Uh,
this rumbling.
It's visceral, not just an idea, but a feeling.
Exactly. And this voice, it's connected to lightning that flashes under the entire sky.
Yeah, horizon to horizon.
Yeah.
And the thunder follows, and it says, nothing's held back, it's unrestrained.
And that phrase comes up, God's voice thunders in marvelous ways. He does great things beyond our understanding.
That beyond our understanding part feels key, doesn't it? It sets the tone right away.
It really does. It frames everything that follows, like the specific commands given to nature.
You mean telling the snow to fall?
Yeah, or commanding the rain, turning it into a massive downpour. It's very active control.
And it says there's a reason for these big displays.
Right, so that all men he has made may know his work. It's meant to make people stop and notice.
Makes sense. People stop working, even animals apparently go find shelter.
It's presented as something deliberate, a lesson almost.
The text then goes into where cold and storms come from, these chambers and driving winds.
Yeah, and specifically links ice to the breath of God, freezing even wide stretches of water.
So it's not just weather happens, it's portrayed as direct action.
Very much so. And the detail on the clouds is fascinating too.
Oh, so?
Well, they're described as being loaded with moisture, like vessels, and lightning is scattered through them.
Okay.
And they're directed, told where to swirl over the whole earth to carry out commands. They're like tools.
Tools with a purpose. And it mentions a dual purpose, right?
Exactly. That's quite stark. The same clouds can be sent to punish men or to water his earth and show his love.
Wow. So judgment or blessing using the same mechanism.
Which leads straight into those challenging questions.
Ah, yeah. Do you know how God controls the clouds?
And make his lightning flash. Or, do you know how the clouds hang poised? It's pressing on human ignorance.
And that image of the sky being hard as a mirror of cast bronze, solid, impenetrable to our understanding from below.
It really highlights the limits of our perspective compared to this overarching control being described.
So given all that, the text kind of asks, how could we possibly argue or, drop our case?
Right. It says we cannot because of our darkness, our lack of understanding.
It even poses that rhetorical question, would anyone ask to speak, knowing they might just be swallowed up?
It conveys a profound sense of inadequacy, intellectually, existentially just, small.
And then the imagery shifts after the storm description.
To intense light, brighter than the sun after the wind clears everything away.
And this figure, God, coming from the north in golden splendor, awesome majesty.
It's a powerful visual shift.
Culminating in that final description of the Almighty.
Yeah, beyond our reach, exalted in power, but crucially,
in his justice and great righteousness, he does not oppress.
That balance is key. It's not arbitrary power. It's power linked to justice.
Which is why, the text suggests, people revere him. It's not just fear of power, but respect for that just power.
And it ends by noting he has regard for all the wise in heart.
Implying wisdom, maybe, involves recognizing this reality, this immense power combined with justice.
Seems to be a core takeaway. That recognition is part of wisdom itself.
So this whole chapter leaves you with this just overwhelming picture of divine control over nature, far beyond what we can grasp.
Absolutely. Complete command.
Okay, so thinking about that focus, God's awesome power in nature, our own limited understanding of it all, what does that suggest to you, our listener, about what wisdom or knowledge even is? Something to chew on.